The Golden State Warriors are officially catching fire, and the NBA better be on high alert. Last night, the Dubs pulled off a massive win despite missing one of their big guns, Jimmy Butler. And here's the kicker. Butler's return is looming. When he gets back into the lineup, this team won't just be dangerous. They'll be downright terrifying. But while the headlines will rightfully focus on the Warriors' explosive fourth quarter and clutch plays from the usual suspects, there's a name you better start paying attention to, Quinn Post. He may not have lit up the box score, but his fingerprints were all over this critical Game 3 victory. Now let's set the scene. Post logged just 27 minutes. He didn't exactly have a night to remember shooting the ball, but if you watched closely, you saw something much more important. He hustled, he fought, he created second chances that turned the tide. 3 offensive rebounds, each leading to critical possessions, each adding fuel to the Warriors' raging comeback. One moment stood out early. Draymond Green blows a point-blank layup. The crowd holds its breath. But there's Post, soaring in, grabbing the offensive board in traffic. No panic, no rush. He spots Steph Curry lurking in the corner, and with a quick, smart dribble handoff, resets the offense. Tari Eason scrambles to close out. Steph curls off the handoff, gets the tiniest window he needs, and bang, buries the 3. That's a textbook Warriors basketball. Unselfish, relentless, and lethal. But that was just the beginning. The Warriors found themselves staring down a 13-point deficit early, and it looked like the game might slip away. But then something clicked. It wasn't just one play. It was a series of winning sequences, executed with surgical precision. One key sequence: a staggered away screen set by Post, an off-ball action designed to free up shooters and force mismatches. As Post sets the screen, the defense is caught between a rock and a hard place. Double-team Steph and leave the paint vulnerable? Or drop back and let him feast from 3? Steven Adams chose to drop. Huge mistake. Steph recognized it instantly, and Post, instead of fading out of the play, delivers a clutch late screen, buying Steph an extra heartbeat of space. Fred VanVleet tried to recover, but it was too late. Steph nailed the wide-open shot, and even drew some late contact that could have easily been an and one. The Warriors weren't just hitting shots, they were outthinking and outworking Houston at every turn. And Quinn Post? He was the catalyst in many of those subtle, critical moments. Let's shift gears and talk about another rising star pods. In transition, the Rockets tried to top-lock Steph, an aggressive strategy aimed at preventing him from curling into easy catch-and-shoot situations. But the Warriors had counters ready. In one slick sequence, Pod surveyed the defense. With the floor spread beautifully, he executed a double fake pass, keeping Jalen Green and Steven Adams frozen for just an instant. It was all he needed. Draymond Green slipped backdoor behind Dillon Brooks, caught a laser pass from Pods, and finished at the rim. A whistle blew, and one. Pods didn't just move the ball. He manipulated the defense like a puppeteer, pulling strings and creating chaos. Another under-the-radar play. Post steps up to set a high pick and pop for Curry. Alperen Sengun tries a bit of theater, flailing for a foul call that never comes. Meanwhile, Curry darts behind Sengun, getting just enough separation to finish an easy layup. You might be wondering, why was there no help defense? Simple. Poor timing. The Rockets' weak side defender was camped in the paint too early, risking a 3-second violation. By the time he realized the mistake, it was too late. Steph had already blown by. It was a perfect storm. Bad defense, smart offense, and once again Quinn Post setting it all up with his screens and positioning. Later in the fourth, Curry fires a quick 3 and misses. No worries. Quinn Post muscles his way into position, snags the offensive rebound, and kicks it out to Buddy Hield. Buddy wasn't wide open, but it didn't matter. He drilled the 3 anyway, capping off his night with 5 triples and 17 huge points. Without Post's rebounding tenacity, that possession dies right there. It's these gritty effort plays, the ones that don't show up on highlight reels, that separate playoff teams from championship teams. Some of you wanted more defensive breakdowns, so let's dive in. One brilliant sequence. Houston drives hard, spraying the ball out to the perimeter. Pods closes out aggressively, runs the shooter off the line without fouling, and forces a desperate drive with just 3.5 seconds left on the shot clock. Steph picks up the ball handler cleanly, stays vertical, and blocks the shot without fouling, a textbook defensive stand. The ball bounces free, and Steph immediately launches a fast break outlet pass to Buddy Hield for an easy layup. Defense creating a